Good morning, team, and welcome.
Right.
I'd just like to introduce you all to each other. Tina is coming out of our sales and marketing department, and we'll be liaising with our stakeholder from that department. Tim is coming out of our regional department, and we'll be liaising with our stakeholder manager from that particular department. And Oscar, who is from our logistics department, will be liaising with our logistics manager. So I'm sure we've all met before, but just to welcome you to this particular meeting, our first meeting. Okay. As you know, you've all been carefully selected from your departments of Caffeine Papers to develop a proposal for Caffeine Papers expansion of its existing outlets to include the sale of tea within 12 months. Now, I've sent you some information previously through an email outlining the purpose. I've also attached the team performance plan, and the team performance plan shows the stakeholders that you'll be working with. So what I'm looking to do is to hold an extraordinary meeting this week with the stakeholders where we'll all meet and just introduce ourselves and outline the purpose of this particular proposal. So I'll speak about this a little bit later in our meeting. So before we move ahead on our agenda items, I'd like to discuss firstly the ground rules for our meetings, and I look forward to any questions or contributions you'd like to make towards this, and to gain any to gain agreement on it. So what I propose is that for our meetings, the Caffeine Papers Code of Conduct should always underpin our ground rules. So it's always available to you if you want to have a look at it. It's available on our intranet. But I'll just go through our ground rules for you. I'll also leave it at every team meeting. I will leave a copy of the ground rules on the table for you as a reference. Okay. So in relation to behaviour, so it's always important to treat each other with respect, courtesy, honesty and fairness, and have proper regard for their rights, safety and welfare. Not to harass, bully or discriminate against members of the public or other employees, and always contribute to a harmonious, safe and a productive work environment and culture. So in regard to our meetings, attendance and punctuality at our team meetings, we'll meet every Monday at 11 o'clock for 1 hour. What I propose, if you're late or you can't attend, just provide your apologies, preferably at latest the day before. Okay, so in relation to how our information is shared, always shared at our team meetings. Okay, we'll be taking minutes at our meetings. We'll be contributing through emails, smartphones, or if in the case where one of you may be out of town, we could organise a video link if necessary. So it is important to take responsibility for your own work. So as per the Code of Conduct, it states take individual responsibility to contribute actively to all aspects of your role at Caffeine Papers. This is crucial to meet the outcomes and purpose of our team and all the roles we have to play. So if in the case another team member maybe experience a bit of overload, it's okay to help them as long as it doesn't impede on your current workload. And if there's any other problems, always come to me. I'm readily available. So if in the case conflict rears its head, okay, we'll always have a consensus strategy to work with. So we'll identify the issue or problem or concern, and maybe undertake some team building. So that I might facilitate a brainstorming session, or apply some of these problem-solving techniques. We'll analyse with the information we've gained from that. We'll analyse to understand, explore alternatives, and try to select and agree on a solution so we can plan to make it happen. So any questions so far? Okay. Big pun? All good. Okay, so in relation to the minute taking, I meant to mention before, where a team member is not, what we're going to do with minutes is we're going to undertake a rotational basis, so that I will be chairing the meetings and each of you will take the minutes on a rotational basis. So I would suggest possibly this today will be Tina, next meeting will be Tim, and on the next meeting after that will be Oscar, and so it will turn to on a rotational basis. So we're all fine with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, so we've all agreed on the ground rules, and I'm sure as we go along, we may have, may need to modify the ground rules, but we'll do that as it happens. So I'd like to thank you for contributing to this formulation of our ground rules, and we'll just, I look forward to any contributions or suggestions that may come up in the future. We'll just have a little break now. Okay then, thank you.
Thanks a lot.